Welcome back to more Salty Cur Plays LOTRO. We're going through the entire game of Lord of the Rings Online from start to finish. And here we are at Adso's camp, ready to continue our adventure. Let's go ahead and click our hobbit gifts for the day, see if we got anything of use. Little pile of silver scraps, 400 silver, that's always welcome. Alright, let's see what we were about here. We gotta collect Adso's goods, paying the bills, matter of feed, boarheads. Let's go ahead and collect the boarheads. We're gonna take that one off our bar for now. Okay, I think most of those quests are in this area, yep. Something's over here. Which quest is this? Paying bills. Threats and follow. Okay. Why don't we go do that one first, since it seems to be one location. We gotta defeat Dirk Hawthorne. He's over this way. Should probably be running and picking up boars on the way. See a boar, we'll dismount and take him down without question. There are no boars. Appear to be brigands, though. Yeah, he's in here. Here's a box of goods. Got the bow first here. Oh, should have pinned the foot pad. Okay. Got a deed? Okay, if we defeat 60 more brigands, we'll get some virtue. Let's check what our virtue is doing for us currently. Of course, this is locked till our next level. We're trying to earn up compassion quite a bit here. It's going slow. I'm gonna have to do some deeds. 5 LOTRO points. Watcher of Roads. That is what we completed. Currently, we are in the midst of some baddies. That might not have been the best place to check our deed situation. Don't know how late it is till we get our little melee stun. Okay, I guess Adso's goods are falling from enemies as well. Good to know. Go ahead and take a Daleman's Cram. Get us a little regen in combat and up our vit a little bit with those cooked carrots. There's Dirk that we got to take care of. Let's pin this guy first and then take care of Dirk. Honk. That guy, see if we can pin him again. Dirk has quite a bit of health. Sure. Don't know where our attacker went. He's making a run for it. I think he bled out. I think he bled out back there. Nice. Okay, that could have gone much worse. Okay, we need another bunch of these guys. It's a shootout. shootout. She doesn't have a chance. Just rob her in the mix here. Ooh, actually. Uh-oh. 4 is not a good number. Hi, shoot. I don't know why our pot is not... Oh, because these are higher than level 10, and our pot only applies to level 10. Shoot that one, too. Alright, that was close. Had to use everything we had there. Alright, let's set some boar. Splinter Tusk Mauler. Where's he? Oh, he's way over here. Well, we must well, maybe there's some other boar around him. Back over to this area. There were a lot of boar there last episode, so I'm sure they will be there again. Here's a curious bear. Here we go. Thought he was gonna get to me. Pinning shot for the win. I must admit, I quite like pinning shot. It would have been nice to have had that on the way up on my main, so that I could have avoided this. Avoided, you know, having beasts up on me, hitting me. Another bear. Here's a boar. And it's nice that it hits also for a fair degree. 78 to 115. Quick shot hits for 51. Yeah, so it's comparable to our bigger skills with the added benefit of the pin. Bunch of strawberries. It's 4 dawn, so should be getting the sunrise here pretty soon from the east. Go away, curious bear, I don't want to kill you. Apologies if the garbage truck is coming through on the audio. Two more boar, and we will be done. Oh, there's one right there in front of me. And one right here. Oh, that last one I guess didn't give us a head. So we need one more boar head. Okey-doke. Done and done. Back we go to Adso. We're going to turn these in, and then we're going to head back and hit our book quest, because that's a book, that's a level 15 quest. So we want to try to keep to the books on level as much as possible. Okay, so Roger Hawkling for the boar's heads. Belerathiel.
Why are you bothering me?
Choose one, they're both useless for us, so we'll just go cooking. We'll pick this up.
I do not ask much of you.
So we get a knife that isn't much of an improvement. We'll accept the quest, although we probably won't do it. Graham.
I do not ask much of
Find
you.
the spring. Adso's club. And some boots, some agility boots. So we definitely want to do that one since he's searching for fresh springs. So we will accomplish that one for sure.
Just a moment.
Just a moment.
Hello. Might I have a word with you?
Almost a 17. Defeat Brunmore. What do we got here? Quite an upgrade in a shirt. Hat is not. Adso's blade. It's a bit of an upgrade, although we're hardly ever doing melee. If we're doing our job right, we shouldn't be using our melee weapons, by and large. Okay, so let's see. We're going to take off. Take this one off our bar for now, and let's go see what Strider has for us. Did I set my map in Bree? I bet it is still way back in Arid Luin. Alas. I will have to set my my milestone to Bree. I should have done that when we came in the first time. Book 1, Chapter 4. See a little glow in the east. Nice moon. Oops. I was doing such a good job riding there for a second. Getting some shots for y'all. That was a nice moon though, wasn't it? Oh, I was going to rename my horse. Let's see. I'm gonna think about that. The horse name is not chosen lightly. Set our milestone here, bind it outside the prancing pony. Back to Strida. The enemy is on the move. All should be prepared for dark days ahead.
We must move quickly.
You've returned and just in time. Much has happened since you left, but I have little time to relate it. The tidings you have brought me will be of great use to my men here in Bree-land, but there's a more immediate threat we must deal with now. While you were away, those same Nazul you saw with Amdir attacked the pony. They were in search of the travelers I had been waiting for. 4 hobbits of the Shire. I cannot tell you why they had such interest in my companions, but I can tell you I will have need of your help again.
I need your aid.
We are at level 17. While both you and I have seen 5 Nazgûl, their true number is 9. Before I can take my charges beyond Bree, I must know where the other 4 are hiding. Would you travel to the west and speak to Langland? I sent him to Buckland to watch over a particular hobbit, but it seems that Mr. Underhill and his friends decided to take a different path and are now here under my protection. Still, Langland may know the whereabouts of the remaining Nazgûl. He camps on the rise just north of Buckland Gate and may have seen something that will aid me. You must hurry. I cannot afford to delay here overly long. Okay, we will continue that. Let's see, what level are we? Still level 15. If there's an option to turn the wrong way, rest assured, Cursalian will go the wrong way. Despite the characteristic of elves knowing what they're about. Did we get a point? Let's check here. We did get a point. So we're going to take a regular horse to Buckland, and that should give us some time to look at these traits. Look at that ridiculous hat. Aren't you glad we're not wearing that on our character? Alright, so we can begin to add some things. So Heartseeker is a big skill that hunters run in Redline. Also got induction bow damage, which will be our swift bow, and our initial hit on barbed arrow. And then we've got swift bow damage, so that will start to hit harder. So now we start to get into choices as we choose what skills we need to level. We're going to be maxing all of these out over the course of our game. Wondering if I want to grab Heartseeker. Rank 2 gives us... it gives us bleed as well. Let's just pick it up so that we have it. And that is going to live on our bar. Right there. This one we're going to take off. We're using our... let me select this so we don't run past it. We're using our mouse button to fire penetrating shots. And Heartseeker's going to be there. Let's move these back over here, where I'll be more comfortable with them. Okay, again, this is all according to the keypad that I'm using. At some point, I'll go over how I have my keypad set up. Basically, it prevents you having to, control a bunch of stuff from your keyboard, holding down controls, alts, and shifts and such. I can program it to my keypad so that I'm only needing to push one button at a time to fire the skills. I don't know how anybody plays this game without a keypad, but a lot of people do. They end up trying to, get all their skills with their mouse moving around, but with a hunter, there's so much to be looking at up here that you can't really afford to have your mouse down here the whole time. So the keypad is great. Oh, we've run past our destination. There's the moon going down. Kraban. Agents of Sauron. Here's our dude Langland. What's up, dude? Taking a nap?
What can I do for you?
Aragorn has sent aid. Nazul, 4 more were in Buckland. They rode swiftly to the east upon black steeds. I was foolish enough to stand in their way, and they ran me down. I will heal in time, but the riders have left a threat in their wake that must be dealt with. I must ask for your help.
Could I speak with you a moment?
In the Black Rider's wake, the Crabine have taken roost. They are not the common strain from Dunlin, but a breed I have not seen before. Likely these foul creatures keep watch on Buckland and the Shire, or at the very least me, since they have taken to staring at me in the night. While the Crabine may have seen nothing of interest, the fact that the enemy has eyes here is dangerous. If we were to blind those eyes, the enemy would not be as sure in directing its efforts. If he would dispose of the Crabine that roost to the southwest just beyond my camp, even killing one Crabine will go a long way towards blinding the enemy. Say no more. That's our job. Let's get our Heartseeker in his first shot. Boomba. 394. But that might have... your mighty blow. Oh, let me scroll this down. This is our combat. Scored a hit with Heartseeker on the Crabbat for 399. So that wasn't even a critical hit. What is this again? 342 to 430. Plus a bleed. It's quite a lot at this level. Does have quite a cooldown though. A minute and a half. Just like that. Easy peasy.
How can I be of service?
Good, you have slain those foul birds, but the enemy will not be nearly as sure in their efforts now. However, I still have need of your aid. I must ask you to do something in Buckland, as it was their horn call that alerted me to the presence of the Nazul.
Would you do something for me?
You say that Underhill is with Aragorn. I know of no Underhills. I was sent to watch over a hobbit named Baggins. I must assume that is whom Aragorn spoke of. That he is safe is welcome news, for my fears are somewhat allayed. It was late in the night when I heard the horn call of Buckland. Running to the road, I saw the Nazgul leaving Buckland at a gallop. I tried to stop them, but they ran me down. I feared they had already found Baggins. The 4 riders passed eastward towards Bree, but we may discover what they learned, if anything, at Baggins' home in Crick Hollow. It is a cottage surrounded by a high hedge almost directly southeast of the Buckland Gate. If you learn anything there, return to me what news you can. What news you can bring me to may help determine the movements of the Nazgul. That's a pretty good bump in morale. Let's investigate Crick Hollow. Crick Hollow was where the stable was, if you recall, a few episodes back. So Crick Hollow is in here. Here's Fredegar Bolger.
Oh, mercy
Who?
me!
I don't have it. Oh, wait. You aren't one of those Black Riders. I must tell you that I haven't been so frightened in all my life. Did they learn anything from me? Well, those riders came bursting into the house, but I had already slipped out the back way. Not a thing did they get from me. When the sheriffs came, they made me tell them about Frodo and the others going off into the old forest, but I didn't say anything about the enemy's ring. Oh, dear. I mean, What is that? It sounds like crows. Alright, we gotta defend him. There are some. They are sure coming close. More Kraban. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure they're coming. We did it. You didn't get them all, though. Some flew off into the old forest. I hope they don't come back. Okay. Talk to Lenglin. Back to Lenglin to tell him what's happened. So I'm thinking now, with Heartseeker as an option, we'll probably employ that sort of as a crowd control, if you will. We'll try to take down one enemy immediately, and then barbed arrow, pinning shot, and back to our regular rotation.
What can I do for you?
The enemy's ring. It is no wonder Aragorn was so secretive as to why the enemy was seeking Baggins. If the Crabine heard Fredegar's words, the enemy will know for certain that the ring is no longer in the Shire, and all will be lost. Finding those birds in the old forest will not be a simple task. I would ask that you return to Aragorn and Bree and seek his counsel on how to find these birds. Certainly, but since we are here, we need to go up there and get payment in full done, and then searching for fresh spring. Oh, that's in the forest, so we'll do that when we end up going into the old forest. But we can take care of payment in full here. Actually, just looking at the time, it's about 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and kill the enemy that's chasing us. Oh, I don't have any focus up in pin. And we will pick up our next episode right here. We're going to be going inside this little area here to find Brunmor. As always, thanks for tuning in. For Lord of the Rings Online, I'm Salty Cur, as we simply walk into Mordor.